You are standing now at the front range light, one of the two lights in the Plum Island range light system. In the mid-19th century, mariners found it difficult to determine the correct turning point for entering the Death's Door passage. The light on Pilot Island helped some, but it was still difficult to find and maintain the safest passage. In 1889, Captain William Nicholson, who regularly sailed between Green Bay and Chicago with the Peshtigo barge line, suggested that a pair of range lights be built on Plum Island to indicate the proper bearing for entering the Death's Door passage. In a range system, two lights are used in tandem to guide mariners through the channel. One light, the rear light, is taller than the other, so when mariners align the lights one above the other, they know they are safely in the channel. If the front light, the lower light, is to the left or to the right of the rear light, the mariner needs to make course adjustments on entering the channel. During the day, this guidance is provided by lining up the orange and white stripes mounted on the front and rear light structures. This front light tower was originally wooden, had a square base, and octagonal second story, much like the front range light at Bailey's Harbor. The focal plane of the light was 32 feet above the lake level. It had a 6th order Fresnel lens and was designed to be visible for 8.5 miles in clear weather through a small arc on either side of the range line. On May 1, 1897, Keeper Martin Knudsen exhibited the range lights for the first time. Those early lights were lit with sperm oil from whales. When whale oil became scarce, lard oil was adopted. It was very smoky, difficult to use, and would congeal during the cold months, so it was a real nightmare for the keepers tasked with keeping the lights lit. Lard oil was eventually replaced with kerosene. In 1931, generators were installed to power the now electrified range lights. The original wooden structure was replaced with this steel skeletal structure in 1964, and both the front and rear range lights were automated in 1969. Solar panels now provide the power for this front range light as the range system remains in operation today, managed and maintained by the U.S. Coast Guard.